Hey guys, so I just got to the new store and today we got over 100, I think it was like 111 panels that came in. So I want to give you a quick look into it. Here's three. And look at this. Isn't that so cute? It's a picture of Blackberry Clinton. Ah, my phone dropped. Almost. It's a picture of Blackberry Clinton. And you can tell this is an old photo because there's no Oreo on here. See? No Oreo. So here is more panels. What is this? 6 panels. You got 6 panels here, right? 3 panels here. That's 12. And then we got mother of all panels over here. Look at all these panels. They're huge. I don't know how tall these panels are, but if I had to guess, they're definitely over 4 feet tall, in my opinion. Here's this. And I'm trying to get to more of the panels. See, there's workstations over here. We're moving stuff over here. This needs to be set up. Few lines. And here's more panels. So many panels. So many panels. Take a look and bask at the panels. And here is his mostly bike cabinet over there. Take a quick look over there. Bike cabinet, chair, trash, speakers, and the most important section, Oreo section. Look at that. Oreo has a spot in the office. Even though allegedly he's not an employee of the store, doesn't matter. He is a CCO, which is a chief cat officer. So those are his bowls. I have to wash them because they have dust on them. His litter box over here. Kitty litter panels. Some dander spray because we know Oreo goes through dander spray like crazy. He loves this dander spray. And the cat house that JP sent, and I can't wait to set it up. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a peek of what it is. I don't know how it looks like, so I gotta set it up, but I'll set it up after everything else is set up because we need to go ahead and definitely make sure he has premium space over here. Oreo is CEO. Let's see here. Look at all this holy shelving here. So much shelving. So, yours truly set up this shelving. This is the only one that I feel comfortable doing. This one, not so much. And then, of course, this is all laptops galore over here. I know you guys were talking about, which one is it? Global industry ones being really good. The back brace, if you can see it, it's bent for some of them. What's the plan for the basement? Did you go down to the basement?
Yeah.
Oh, do you want me to show the basement?
Probably not the best idea since there's ongoing gas pipe stuff.
Okay. Well, long story short, they're doing construction in the basement. Building is doing maintenance there. So, as a result, it is crowded. There are plumber's tools all over the place. The boxes to store move Oreo should be in giant Oreo boxes. Oh! And here's something new. Do you see this beauty over here? I'm gonna take a look at that. What kind of camera is this?
Real Vision. Piece of shit.
Well. See.
Their software fucking sucks. You can do image alignment inside the camera, but the GVNVR software doesn't allow you to do image alignment, so you can't use the fisheye feature. It's so stupid.
He's mad.
Like, how is it that you're able to do image alignment inside of this, But you can't do image alignments in the so stupid.
Too bad there was no Genius bar he could go over there and ask. Excuse me. How do I go ahead and do this? But on a good note, let me see here. What is over here? Look at this giant ladder here. I actually stepped up on that ladder. It's pretty cool. Oh yeah, I love that frisbee. I'm taking that frisbee home. And the reason why I see I wanna shoot it over here, but I'm afraid I'm gonna knock someone's computer down, so I don't want to do that. That would be bad. What brand are the desks again? This one? The front one?
Cheap ass piece of shit. Oh, those are Husky, and then the folding tables.
Those are Huskies. I think they were purchased at Home Depot. They are so premium desks, you guys, top of the line quality, that when we receive them, both desks have this one in a very small percentage of shipping damage right there. I don't know how this, but both of the desks have this. How much were the tables, the Huskies?
Like 400, I think.
Runko says that it's awesome to see your success.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Fix my GeoVision cameras, you fuck.
That's how he shows his appreciation. Yeah, I'm putting the camera down because I don't want to go ahead and show any sensitive data here. I'd be very mindful about that. But you can see, where is it? So you can see we have some of the cubes from the old store over here. And then we got a thingy-majingy. What model of those stations? Let me figure out. I have no idea. I don't know. But it's a workbench. It's I want to say it's like something like an 80 or 96 inch some workstation. I don't know what the name is. And I can't find the box here either. Nerf art? I think it's a lot of panels too. But like take a look at this thing again. Look how many panels there are. So many panels. So many panels. Look how nice and nicely lighted here. I don't know if it's just me, but does that last one look crooked? I think that last light is crooked. Oh, hey, what model is your T-Mobile hotspot for internet backup?
T-Mobile hotspot, yes.
Yeah, what's your model?
I don't fucking remember.
Okay, Lewis's official answer, I don't fucking remember.
The one with the Ethernet port.
The one with the Ethernet port.
Why doesn't my GeoVision work, Eric? Why doesn't it allow you to do an image alignment inside the software, but allows you to do it inside the camera itself?
I don't
You
know.
can align it in the camera, you should be able to align it in GVNVR.
By the way, so people when they were setting things up, some people were complaining about losing their tools, and I went ahead and found a great solution how to make sure people have access to tools and they make sure they return their tools. Ta-da! Let me make sure all my babies are here. Look at that. Everybody's here. And it's been used. Sure-proof way of making sure... Hey. Wait a second. I'm missing someone. I'm gonna know. Someone's out there with some pink stuff. I'm trying to figure out what's missing. It's not this. Was it a drill set? Something's missing here. This? Oh! Haha! Thank you! Yeah, it's here. I see it, you guys. Aha. No, the bit's here. See? I think. No, the bit's inside. Yeah, no one's gonna be dead caught. I swear, if I saw anyone with the pink pliers, I'd be like, I know who you got that from. But if people want to troll me, they just use pink tools. So I'm keeping it here because it's easy access tools over here. And it works really, really good. I know, thank you. Thank you, you guys. I was a little blind on there. You want to see Lewis's desk?
Look at that.
It's a beautiful mess. Okay, let's see his desk. Let me make sure everything's fine here. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. This is his desk. So he has his hand cream, his disinfecting wipes, all his other stuff, his dental floss wire, for lack of better wire thingy-majingy. And I really want to replace this. Look at this stuff. Yeah, I just want to replace this thing. Hey, Joe, don't diss the wood spots, okay? This adds character. If anyone took his desk, he would instantly know which one it is. Kind of looks like a kitty paw, now that I think about it. What cutting wire does he use? Super thin wire. I don't know. Ugh. Man, look at that super thin wire there. Do you see it? Super thin wire. Like, I don't know what that little wire over there is. Super thin wire. Can you ask him? Which one do you want to know? The silver one or the gold one? Or both? Why is the power supply sideways? I don't know. The one to cut through the underfill. Okay. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. He has a little organizer. How cute. Organizer. Hey, why isn't this in here? Should be in the hole. Okay. Where's the flux? I think that's your flux right there. See it? Oh. Here we go. Ooh. Oh, I don't know what this is. This looks something here. I don't know what that is. Looks like it took a tumble. Well, I should. Yeah, I was thinking about reorganizing his desk. I put a little plushie around here. Take a vacuum to that keyboard. Huh. Oh, look at this. This looks so cool. It's like that. It's that wicking stuff. Yeah, it's like that wicking something. I don't know what that is. How many U-line shelves? Oh gosh, don't even talk to me about those U-line. I hate those U-line shelves. They're such a pain to build. Really are. Push every button. I don't want to. I don't even know if it works. Let me see. Ah, it doesn't work. Doesn't work. I think it's because it's not on right now. But he has this little beautiful photogenic light here, and his camera of sorts, and his screen, and yeah, that's about it. Other stuff too. I don't know what this stuff is. Look, another photogenic light. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna organize his desk. Let's see. Oh. La. He needs some organizers. Okay, I don't know what this is. I don't even know where these things go. I don't know what these things are. What are these? I don't know what these are. Yeah, it's close enough. Okay. Make this straight. And I just want to get him a little, I want to get him like a little thing where he could put, like a cup where he can hold this stuff in. And yeah. Okay, I think that's all the organizing I'm doing. Just I just straightened the little thing out. It is on Wi-Fi. Where's Oreo? Oreo's at home. Oh, I brought the photo from 186 over here. Look at that. Like I said before, you can tell it's old because you just got Clinton and BlackBerry. There's no Oreo over here. Oreo doesn't have some kind of, I forgot what you call this, needle point thing, something like that. So, yeah. But the good news is that he has his own little workstation. So I need to go ahead and bring him over here after this thing is set up, because I don't want to lose Oreo in this store, and he's hiding behind a box, or worse, he's in the mother of cardboard boxes. Do you see how many boxes a cat can run in? So many boxes he can run in. And then I would lose him because he's that kind of cat, he wouldn't go ahead and he wouldn't come towards me. Hey, Andrew said that I should organize your desk. There was no answer. Andrew, I think that's your answer. He doesn't want me organizing his desk.
For GV fisheye cameras, image alignment is only available on the web interface. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, look at that angry guy.
This is bullshit.
What?
This is entirely useless. Look at this, Eric. Let me show you. I'll show the people on stream how fucking useless
Can I
this
show it?
software is. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my god, this is dumb. One sec, move it away so they don't see me typing my pen.
Okay.
Actually, never mind. You can look. Alright, so watch this out. Watch how fucking useless this shit is. So check this out. Okay, so this is the GeoVision camera, right? GeoVision camera.
Okay.
When you enable Geo Fisheye.
Yeah?
Wait, now it's working? Seriously? You just put the camera over it and now it's working. This wasn't working this entire time.
It's Erica magic.
How the hell did you do that? I've been trying to align this for entire evening.
You needed a MacBook user
Look,
here.
it doesn't even have the option for it. Look, there's no image alignment option here. I aligned it in the web interface, I restarted the computer, I rebooted the camera, I reinstalled the fucking software, it didn't work.
Okay.
You walk by and it works!
MacBook user.
That's horseshit.
Eh.
No, that's fucking horseshit.
If you have problems with your computer, just let me walk by.
Fuck you.
Look at that guy. Language. Language.
Oh, this is so annoying. No, check this out. Look at how cool this is, Erica. Look at this.
What?
This one 360-degree camera. Look at this. Look at what it does.
Hold on.
Look, this is fucking amazing. Ba-boom.
Yeah, what are you doing?
No, look, you can. It's a 360 camera, so you can look at everything. It's a 12. I think this is a 12 megapixel 360 camera.
Okay.
So the idea is like, you can do this. You can do this. I could see if a cockroach landed on the
Wait,
light.
can you zoom in and read the text on this?
No, it's not that good. This
it's
is
not
a general.
that good.
No, this is a general camera. So
Okay.
it's about 8 or 12 megapixel, but it's everything.
Everything.
So like it's to get a general view of everything. So what I'm gonna have is I'm gonna have a 4K camera
Okay.
that's 8 millimeter that goes to each desk. So an 8 millimeter with the focal length of the lens and combined with where it's stationed, you'll be able to see 4K
That's
picture
it.
of each desk. So every desk is going to have a
What?
4K 8 millimeter camera that's really zoomed in on each desk, so you'll actually be able to read serial numbers off hard drives. You could probably read the serial number off the bottom of the MacBook with that. But I want to have general cameras that look everywhere so you can get a general idea of where things are.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you need to see something on a specific desk, there'll be another 4K camera right above it at 20 megabit per second recording.
Wait, so can you actually, like, if I write something on a piece of paper, you can actually see what I'm writing?
Not with that piece. No, not
What?
with that thing. No, that's 8 or 12 megapixel, but it's capturing everything. It's a fisheye.
Okay.
So it's 8 megapixels, but it's not focused.
Okay,
You
but
understand?
that one's going to be focused.
Yeah, the other ones are going to be very, very high megapixel, but focused on each individual desk.
You mean
so,
the-
look, this is 8 mega. I think this is 8 megapixel. I got to look it up and see. But this thing is capturing. Look, see. It's capturing everything. It's capturing this, it's capturing this, it's capturing this. So all your megapixels are being wasted by the ridiculously wide camera angle. That's why you can't zoom in on things and get perfect vision.
Okay.
GeoVision is a pain in the ass. Yes, it is, but once you set GeoVision up, it's so fucking fast, it's beautiful. That's what I like about GeoVision. It's really, really fast.
Someone said time to buy a lotto ticket. Oh my goodness. Imagine if I won the lotto. That would be great. I'd buy a sea of cookies. That'd be my first purchase. Okay.
But the thing is, this, if you want to view multiple at a time, it really kills the GPU. So what's a good GPU I should get for? Like, ask the chat. Like, what's a good price performance GPU for about $300 that I could get? Like a good, because I don't know jack shit about this stuff. I don't follow it. Like, where is the point where, like, if you spend a little bit more, you get way more performance, but if you spend a lot more, you get way little performance. So I'm looking for what's the right price performance slot to get ridiculously high performing at a good price? I don't really follow GPUs at all, so I don't know what to look for.
Q's text service said you're going to be able to see who's putting screws in the wrong holes.
Yes, no, you can see who's putting the wrong screw in the wrong hole. That's going to be a 4K camera, 8 millimeter on every fucking desk. Every desk here is going to be like zoom in, see the serial number kind of shit.
This is like a micromanager's dream over
exactly.
here.
No, but the thing is, I need to get a decent GPU for this thing. It has a Ryzen CPU already, which is pretty good. I think it's a 3700X, but the GPU gets used heavily if you're trying to view multiple things at once in this program.
Okay.
So what do I get? What do they say, Eric?
So Erica will have Oreo Vision 24/7. No, because Oreo needs to come home. He only needs to cuddle with us at night and have accidents on the bed.
Fuck that. That cat needs to get tossed off the cliff.
Oh, whatever,
He
you.
pooped on the bed again, Erica.
He did not poop, he smeared.
Same difference to me, Erica. Same difference.
You know what he did? He pooped in the litter box and then he went out and then he sat on the bed between us.
Did anybody say good GPU options?
No, people are recommending bakeries.
What?
Let me see.
So it's as useless.
Our,
standard useless.
2070, 2060, 5700. 2060 is the best performance per dollar per MB is Frenchy.
About 12,000 GPU benchmark score, pretty cheaply.
AMD stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if this
1050i.
program will work as well. Does GeoVision work as well with AMD as it does with NVIDIA? Because GeoVision stuff is so incompatible with so many different things.
You're right, Crochet. Lewis, if I won the lottery, would you still work?
Yes.
He would.
I don't work for the money. I work because I want to accomplish something. The money is just the score. Money is the score that says you accomplished something. But if you get paid for doing nothing, then you didn't accomplish anything. There's no score. There's no fun. There's no challenge. Richard Nixon had a great interview with David Frost. And he said something like, most people may think, wow, isn't it great to be a millionaire? To never have to work again. But those are the most miserable people on earth. People in the watering holes like Palm Springs and Palm Beach in the south of France. No purpose, drinking too much, thinking too little, partying too much. They have the worst lives.
Everyone says
Even if you
20.
don't win.
Everyone says 2060.
2060. Okay, so which 2060 should I get? I need to get something that's going to fit in this little rack mount case too. Show them this little rack mount case I got for the security rack.
Yeah, they see it.
They see it?
Yeah. The RTX 2060.
Okay, so if I wanted to get an RTX 2060, which is the least shitty?
The RTX 2060 Super.
Holy shit, $300. Okay, if I want to get a deal, let's.
Get the Super. If it's the same thing.
EVGA makes it. Okay, we're gonna go cheap.
John said tell Lewis he can use the Synology for his security cameras.
No, I don't want to do that. I'm purposely not doing that. I don't want to fuck up the drives that hold customer data and not stop reading and writing.
Sirius said something funny. Lol, I can see the scene. Tech, phone ring. Yes? Lewis says, move your left hand. I wanted to read the serial number on that board. Look at that smile. Taking micromanaging to the new level.
It's not about micromanaging people. It's if something ever gets lost, you know where it is and you can track where it is because that's important. So I don't use cameras to tell are my employees working or are they stealing. I know that the people that work here are never going to steal, and I know that they do hard work. I wouldn't have hired them. It's if the question comes up like did this come with an SSD? Did we give the customer? Because here's one thing that actually happened a year ago. So check this out. Somebody said that we gave them back their computer with someone else's data. So we looked them up and we looked up the individual and they were not in our system. They brought their computer to another store before us, and that other store before us swapped their SSD with someone else's. And we were able to prove it because that specific model computer came with a 2015 SSD, 2015-16, and there's a difference in the ring. On an A1502, the copper ring shows in the 15-16, it doesn't show in the 13-14. So we looked it up, and we were able to zoom in on the moment that we opened it in the counter and see that the copper ring was missing, meaning they had a 2013-14 put in there by the last shop, not us. Do you know how crazy we would have driven ourselves if we actually believed that we gave someone back data that wasn't theirs? The liability that I mean, granted, we have people sign a waiver that says they can't sue us, but let's face it, people are gonna, the PR nightmare that will show up when that happens. So we were able to walk them through and say, no, check this out. Here's a video of us opening your computer. See how this is a 2015-16? See how it has the shield over the RAM? See how your SSD does not have the copper ring around it? Someone swapped it. Did you go somewhere else? Oh yeah, we did. I forgot to tell you. Oh right, motherfucker, you did.
Oh jeez.
But no, seriously, that took a year off Paul and I's life, probably, or Steve and my life that day. Because we stress out about that. We don't want to give people back the wrong stuff, but it's important to be able to tell that. And this is a much bigger store. There's way more desks. There's way more space. There's way more space to cover. A camera is useless to me if I can't see exactly what we took out of somebody's machine. I take this stuff seriously. We joke about customers being douchebags, and we joke about how we deal with stuff. But at the end of the day, and the people getting back their stuff in that condition, it's very important to us. And that's why I focus on this.
So Ryder said you should hit up Linus for him to build you a NAS.
Fuck that! Everybody keeps typing that. I bought it. It's already there. It's gone.
He has his Linus. I mean, he has his NAS.
I'm not doing that. No. Okay. Here, check this out. Look.
What?
See this? We have to hang 115 acoustic panels. Then I have to hang up another about 20 cameras in this place and configure them. After I do that, I have to update one of those licenses up there. I have to fix that thing and get rid of the cockroaches under there. I have to put a push thing on that door instead of a pull thing. I have to throw away all the garbage over there before the garbage pickup comes. There's so much stuff that has to be done before I could care less about that. The NAS is we also have to add stuff to the rack because stuff is literally sitting on top of bubble wrap, which is a joke. But I got this thing over here, Synology 1219. And it honestly, it does its job. It works. Like that part is done. I got it. It's RAID 6, 80 terabytes of space. It works. I set it up. I configured all the shit I need. It allows me to transfer at 100 megabytes a second using SFTP. And I don't know what more in your NAS you need than that. Like what more do you need in your NAS than what more do you need in the NAS than a CPU that allows you to use SFTP where it's encrypting on the fly and it can do it at the maximum speed that the hard drives in it are able to transfer. Like that's all I give a shit about, and it does that. The other thing I like about this versus some bullshit NAS that you build yourself is that if a drive fails, I actually know which one to remove of these. Because like I've had NASs before where a drive fails and it's like, what do you do? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. You got to read the fucking serial number off each one. No, I got bays. The bays are numbered, and if one of them fails, I know. Now, granted, this rack is literally like a NAS sitting on top of fucking bubble wrap, which is kind of pathetic, but that's going to get fixed later. But there's so many things that have to get done. There's so many things that have to get done that are not that rack that I just cannot care about it. I can't care about that. I can't care about that. Like, we have to get him a new shipping desk. This is not a good enough shipping desk. We have to open all of these boxes. We have to hang these parts on the wall. Those parts need to get hung on the wall. We need to put up shelving over here next to these desks. We need to take every single thing out of these boxes and put them on those shelves over there. We need to put the lifeboat boat machine that I don't have because having Apple tools would be wrong, of course, back where it's supposed to go. All of this needs to be fixed. Fixed up and removed. I need to hang all these panels in the office. I need to put my speakers in place. I need to set up my desk. I need to set up my overhead camera. I need to run HDMI wiring to the rest of the store so that I can actually do data recovery videos again. I want to be able to do data recovery videos. So I got to run HDMI wire over here and all this stuff. I don't give a fuck about doing a NAS video. Like, I mean it in the nicest way possible. I really do. You know, he's a nice guy, and I genuinely appreciate if he's doing that for other people. I really. But like to go back and redo that, like no, fuck that. I'm moving forward. There's so much to do. I don't care. The only thing I care about right now is Chase is this girl that's going, give me my phone back, and running over there.
What? Why? We need to put a piece of paper over this thing.
Why?
You know what this is?
Yes, it's Kevin's April Fool's Day.
I'm gonna put a piece of paper
Lewis
over
is
here.
Lewis is triggered. Yes, I am, because of every video people go, Lewis, show us the rack. No, you have to go through setting up your managed switch. I haven't even logged into that fucking switch, and I probably won't for the next 6 months because I don't care. There's so many things more important than an NAS and a switch. Dare I tell you, I wouldn't even care if the switch was my old TP link. So where's that piece of shit? I feel bad that this thing got mounted the way it did. I wasn't there when this thing got mounted vertically. That's so sad. That's my old TP-Link switch. But like, I honestly wouldn't even care to go back to using that. Ultrasonic it, remove the screws from it. It'll do the job just fine. A 1219 is a joke next to the Storinator. Like, why does it matter? Why does it matter? I can transferring data that's encrypted. I can transfer SFTP 120 megabytes a second, and it uses less than 50% CPU. Like, what do I need a fucking Ryzen 3700X in an NAS? Do I really? I don't, that's not the stuff that matters. What matters is, can I log into it? Does it work? And if a drive fails, do I have to fuck with it to put a new one in? Because if you have to fuck with it to figure out which drive it is, then nobody's gonna do it and they're gonna wait till it fails and you have to do data recovery on your NAS. Like, that's what matters. Realistically speaking, in a business environment, when it fails, is there a little light on it that's nice and idiot-proof? And when it fails, once it fails, will it tell me which slot failed so that you unplug that drive, put another one in, click button, and work? Because most likely, I'm not gonna be here when that NAS fails. I'm not gonna be here. Maybe Steve's not gonna be here. An employee is going to be here because I'm going to be lobbying. Steve is going to be at some school trying to sell them a repair contract. And I'm going to have to trust that the lowest level tech here will notice it and know exactly what to do. Like, that's what matters. That's what matters in a business. Not like, I can transcode my 8K video to 4K video as I stream it. Like, I don't care. I don't care. I drove myself nuts with that. I really did. First, I wanted to find a rack mountable setup. But I wanted it to fit 8 drives. So I'm looking for a certain type of NAS. And then I realized the type of NAS I want doesn't work well when booted off USB. You should boot it off an internal. So cool, I'll get an M2 drive and put it in there. I find out that when you put an M2 drive in there, it doesn't work with one of your SATA ports. So then I have to find a board that works with numerous SATA ports. And the board that will use 8 SATA ports plus the M2 without disabling one of your SATA ports is only large ATX. So I find a rack mount case that will fit a large ATX board, 8 drives, and it doesn't fit in this rack. It's like this size, so it doesn't fit in the rack. So then I get a smaller case that fits it, but it won't fit that board. It will only fit a micro ATX board. At that point, I pulled my hair out and said, what the fuck am I doing? Like, why? Why am I doing all of this work? Why am I losing my mind over this insignificant portion of the project just so that someday I can say that my NAS can transcode an 8K video to a 4K video while streaming it, which is something I'm never going to do. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All right. I just lost my mind because I spent an hour fucking with GeoVision software, so I'm clearly salty. I'm salty because I spent an hour fighting with GeoVision software, and it only worked when Erica walked by it.
Hello?
I'm done. My salt is done.
What? I'm gonna come up with a picture. Hey, don't.
You should hire Linus to hang the acoustic panels. He would drop them. I bet he would drop them. But all salt aside, like I didn't know that Linus was doing the NAS giveaway thing until after I already said fuck it, threw my hands up in the air and ordered that and put it together. And by the time I did put all that stuff together, it's just I don't want to take it apart.
What do you think?
Lift to scan. That's adorable, Erica. Why are you not hanging panels? We came to see panels hung. Tomorrow. Oh, that's the funny thing. So I bought these L brackets from Home Depot that would allow me to hang them off the wall rather than on the wall, because if I hang them off the wall, I could put LEDs behind it. And then you could see LEDs radiating. And they said it'll be ready for pickup in half an hour, but that was almost 12 hours ago, and I haven't gotten an email yet with it.
I'm a little short on this thing.
Erica, your phone's charge port doesn't work.
Yeah, I gotta go ahead and.
Why is your phone such a piece of shit?
Huh?
Why is your phone such a piece of shit?
Sonny made the recommendation that I should get an iPhone. That was Sonny's
You sound hangry. Eat a macaron.
He ate 2 of them, believe it or not. What did you think of it?
Pay me to manage your Switch. Huh. Show us your rack. Erica, they want to see your rack.
What rack? Huh? I got plywood.
You actually be doing anything with the Zamo. Really appreciate your free PBX series. It's helped me a lot at work. Thank you, Jesse. I actually got contacted by Sangoma. They wanted me to do a corporate series of tutorial videos, and I haven't had time for it. I was surprised, because I really did kind of phone in those free PBX videos.
The problem is that the source is way too busy right now.
You need to mount the panels. No, I'm paying someone to mount the panels tomorrow. Screw that.
What do you think?
Erica, why does your phone not have a charge port? This is so triggering. Like, how do you...
Huh?
You're always at 4% battery.
I do have a charge port.
No.
Does it work?
Ah, there we go. As long as you have SFTP, you're good. Yeah, that's the thing. There's no need to use SFTP on local network. I've just been doing it because I can. It's so fucking stupid. It's just a way of flexing and showing my NAS's CPU can encrypt at 120 megabytes a second. Because my old NAS, if you used SFTP, it would limit you to like 8 megabytes a second because the CPU would get pegged. It was such a piece of shit.
I'm so happy. Now we'll never have another QR code.
My old NAS was like was a budget $200 or $300 computer from 2008.
Wow, you guys really like the cookies. Look. I got these cookies.
Needs to be simple. Hi can do it. Exactly. That's what it comes down to. When it comes to business, the maintenance of it needs to be so simple that hi can do it. Honestly, the maintenance of that product needs to be so simple that a fucking Mac user can do it.
The fix needs to be so.
Lewis is losing his mind. Lewis spent an hour fucking with GeoVision software, so Lewis is very salty right now.
And Elo's not even here yet.
Full salt. Full salt.
Hello?
You should get Eugene to hang the acoustic boards. You know what? He'd probably get it done faster than me.
You can take your money.
I think he forgot. You'd feel better if you build a NAS. Maybe, yeah. Get an LED control that can be synced to music. Oh, that would be amazing. Paul has that for his desk. We should get that for the panels, but a different color set for each panel so they all shoot out different colors. Why didn't you put the rack in the basement? I don't want it to be in the basement. No. You could be moving and organizing at the same time. Yeah, but I kind of want to go home at this point. FTP and SFTP is horrible, though. Lies. You make a better protocol. Why don't you use Samba instead of FTP? One of the things that drives me nuts with Windows is if you don't use something like Terracopy, it's really bad with regards to telling you what files went through and what didn't. Like if a transfer fails, sometimes it just kind of shits on you for no reason, or if there's any sort of disconnect or anything. What I like about FTP, is that I can just see a list of files. It'll tell me if anything failed. I can just hit and go, okay, just retry the ones that failed only, reconnect, and it's a lot easier in that way. I prefer it for that. Terracopy is really good. I like Terracopy because it takes Windows' garbage file copying system and adds a lot of improvements to it. I just didn't feel like installing it. For your information, a Synology NAS is no faster CPU than a 2008 CPU. Oh, you don't know how cheap my 2008 CPU was. No, the CPU benchmark score on that thing I think is like 24 or 2800. The CPU benchmark on my 2008 machine was something like 400. It was the cheapest piece of shit. If Erica walked by the NAS, it might build itself. Probably would. Too much salt is dehydrating. Indeed. Yeah. Why is the camera so shaky? Because Erica's still using her shittier phone.
No, because you're moving.
Yeah, but if you had the Samsung S8 that someone sent you for free that you haven't set up yet,
What?
it would have optical image stabilization built into it.
You need to go get the random light password.
Erica doesn't know how to set up phone.
I know how to set up the phone.
Erica, Apple user can't set up Samsung phone. Whatever. I'm waiting for that table to fall live on camera.
Oh, wait.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that one's gonna fall. I think we tried to choke slam Kevin through that table. Erica.
But did you see that quick reflex, everybody?
Those were quick reflexes. You know what? I'll give you that.
Powered by Cookie.
Do you do the same with your backup on company-owned drives? A customer can provide their own drive for backup, or we provide ours. But we would charge them. We don't charge a large markup. It's like 10% on the cost of the drive, like 5 or 10%, which is minimal. The thing that really pisses me off though is when someone brings me a drive that it's going to be dead. It's an iOmega or some shit like that, or it's something that has a FireWire 400 port on it, and they insist on that because they don't want you making $3 or $5 selling you their drive. Like, God forbid we make $3 off $3 on markup on a hard drive when they're paying $900 for data recovery. So we actually had someone pay $900 for data recovery, recover it to their piece of shit 14 or 12-year-old iOmega, and then a few weeks later it dies, and he calls us and he's really salty. And this was, and we keep people's data for a few weeks, but we don't keep it for months and months. I think this may have been a little longer, maybe like 4 or 5 weeks. And we didn't have his data, and we had to recover his piece of shit iOmega. And he was really, really mad at this. And he said, listen, like I told you 3 times, this drive has a FireWire 400 port on it. It's old enough that it's gonna be dead. Please back this shit up if you don't want to buy my drive. And he didn't do it. And then like that's happened a couple of times. So we're thinking, I don't want to go like full draconian policy of we will only back up your data if you buy our drive. But there's been so many people that become almost as salty as I do after an hour of messing with GeoVision software. After we recover their data, we put it on their drive. The drive we put it on dies a month later. That I've been debating, like now that we have a much bigger NAS, of having a longer data retention policy. Like maybe we keep your data a little longer. Maybe if you bring your own drive, rather than deleting your data after 1 or 2 weeks, if you bring your own drive, we delete your data after 6 months. This way, when you come back crying in 2 months because your Jazz drive or whatever the fuck you brought us to put your data on fails, we can just reissue your data and just like say, here, we'll just do it as a courtesy this one time. Just, bring us some Jolly Ranchers and we call it even.
A good idea. So instead of doing that, because you're gonna have people a lot more reliant on you, and I know there's gonna be people who said, I know you put it on the drive that's 10 years old, and I know you said you're gonna hold it for 6 months, and it's been 7 months. They're gonna put the blame on you more. So
they always do.
I think instead of doing that, because that shouldn't be the fail-safe, like what happens if you lose their data accidentally? You should say, we're only gonna go ahead and put the information on drives that are less than X amount of years old.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And the way you phrase it is that these drives degrade over time. So we do not want to go ahead and put it on drives any more than X amount of years, because we understand that you waited so long for your data to go back. We don't want you to have the possibility of this drive failing in a couple months. And we've seen it with a number of customers where they put it on drives that are like 12 years old, and then a couple months later, it just dies. And even though we warn them, it dies, and because we don't have the data in our system.
I have to read something. It's like, have a large 2-way window for your office. Don't separate yourself from employees or store. I don't want a window because then when people walk in, they can see if I'm there. I like the plausible deniability of when Kevin says Lewis is not here, to be able to say that Lewis is actually not here.
Well, also, the other question I have is that if you have a window, what's the purpose of that? He has an open door policy, so if employees want to go ahead and see him and talk to him, they can feel free.
Yeah. I don't want a window because when people walk by, they'll know I'm here, and then they'll camp outside. There was somebody who showed up the other day that actually stayed here for 2 hours because they were waiting for the chance to like smile at me. So I prefer to not have a window. Please back it up to my zip drive. What Erica said is right. Maybe we should just have a policy where if your drive is old, that we just don't put it on there. The other thing is I could keep people's data for longer because I have 80 terabytes now. But the problem there is I don't want to be holding on to people's data that long.
You shouldn't be.
How are the staff liking the new place? It's a lot of work. Mostly they're just tired at the moment. What size is the NAS? 80 terabytes. That's their own fault. Let stupid be stupid. You can only educate so much.
Yeah, and the thing is that if they have, let's say, a 15-year-old drive, let's just say, right? 15-year-old drive, they hold the data over here, and then he puts the data on the drive, and the drive dies. You think they're gonna take accountability of it? They're not. They're gonna say, what the hell happened? I told you to put the information on the drive. How did the drive die so quickly? It was fine for 15 years.
Good luck with the new NAS. Can't wait to finally bring my brother's broken Mac into the store. Thank you very much, Mr. Jacob. Hopefully your brother's broken Mac doesn't break. But thank you. I appreciate it. Data retention is BS. From experience, people will just call after you delete it. Yeah, I want to try to. That's the thing. I want to try to come up with a way to keep people happy.
Anything, do the Apple thing, right? You know, doesn't Apple say that they won't go ahead and repair for
Mike,
5 years?
Mike Whitington says, ask the NSA to send you a copy of the customer's data. Okay, that made me smile. I enjoyed that. Don't they usually sign something in case something like this happens? Oh, that doesn't matter. Signature. You never want to be dealing with people where you're pointing to the contract. Because the contract doesn't matter when it comes to a 1-star review. The contract doesn't matter when it comes to customer satisfaction. The contract doesn't matter when it comes to whether, will this person refer me to everybody they know positively, or will they tell everybody that they know, never go to that place, fuck that guy. All the contract is there for is to keep you from getting sued. And if you're at the point of getting sued, you've already lost so bad. Even if you're at the point where someone's even discussing suing you, you've lost even if you're not going to court. This is not about not getting sued. This is about keeping people happy. And that's a very difficult thing to do.
I think the way you phrase it, like I said earlier, is you just tell them, hey, we understand that you brought your own tribe. However, our policy, we don't want to put our information in onto a drive that's more than 5 years old.
Give Erica a microphone. Erica has a habit where the more important what she's saying is, the further away from the microphone she is. She does it at home too. It's adorable.
Okay. Can you hear me? I think you can hear me now. I don't have Verizon. That's the funny thing. I have T-Mobile. So what you have to do is you should go ahead and tell them, hey, I know your data is important to you, and we don't want to put the information on a drive that's more than 5 years old. And the reason being is that these drives degrade over time. We've had people where they brought their old drives that were working for about 10, 15 years, and after we put the data on it, it just suddenly dies. And because you've waited to have your data recovered, we don't want to place you in a situation where you have to wait additional time for us to recover your data a second time. So if you go ahead and you bring us a drive that's 5 years less, 5 years old or less, then we're more than happy to put the information on the drive, or alternatively, we can sell you a drive that's brand new.
I had a dead drive with personal files, and a guy tried to fix it and destroyed the heads. There's hope in recovering my data. Depends on how do you know they destroyed the heads? Who'd you send it to? Yeah, usually anything where it's been pre-opened, it usually winds up being $900 to $1,100. But honestly, I think Steve has gotten data off of only 2 drives where somebody else opened it and fucked with it. I think he's gotten data out of 2 or 3 of them out of the 40 or 50 that people have sent. So it's not a high rate. You should have a TV in your office, maybe. Let customer choose, have the software delete it on the date the customer picks, then it's off to you. 30-day retention. Yeah, that's the thing. I want to keep people happy, but I don't want to keep customer data for longer than I have to.
You don't want them to be reliant on it, and also you're going to have some people who are going to be paranoid that says, you have all my data, I don't feel comfortable with that, blah, 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 blah.
How about on paper you say 14-day data retention, make sure you have 2 copies of the data, and then keep it 30 days. That's a good idea. Tell them we're going to keep this for a week. You need to back this up somewhere else, because if this drive dies, you're literally back to square one, and then keep it for a month.
Good.
I laugh my fucking ass off at NSA's data retention.
Keep it for them.
All right, time to get out of here.
Ooh, what's the comment say?
There's a bunch of them, Erica.
Oh, okay.
There's 600 people
how
talking
behind
now.
are you anyway?
No, I'm just reading a bunch, but I can't read all of them. There's all. Yeah, you can read them.
And people rather see you than me.
No, they wouldn't.
Yeah, they
I'm ugly.
would. You know
Let's
what?
see. So we have 637 viewers. If I change the camera around to me, how many? Hey everybody, how's it going?
Look at all.
Oh, look, we lost 2 viewers already. I switched the camera over, we lost 2 fucking.
That's because you showed the camera to me and they're like, sure, we don't want to see Erica.
I video edit and currently I keep clients for. Look, 629. We lost 8 viewers when we switched the camera from you to me. See, you have to have a female in the thumbnail.
What? No.
Look, watch. We go back to you. Watch. 627. Let's see what happens.
You're gonna have people who say I unsubscribed because I saw too much Erica in this video.
All right. See you all later. I got to get out of here. Bye bye.